And having this conversation with me this morning is psychologist Anthony Njenga. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas
That
to you
that tree looks good with you there.
It really looks nice.
It does. Did you grow up with like a family Christmas tree? Was it a thing? No, it wasn't. Okay, cool.
We couldn't actually candles. The white candles.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Mushuma.
Yeah, mushuma.
Oh my God, lovely to have you here.
Thank you so much.
COVID has been happening. We've
Yes.
been not socializing as much as we used to before.
Yeah.
And even as the COVID regulations zimekuwa loosened kidogo,
Yeah.
we still are holding back. We still can't shake hands. We still can't hug. We are wary of situations where tuko wengi pamoja. But then this, I think, is the very first Christmas since COVID started that
Yes.
we are tunajifungua kidogo.
Yes.
But then it comes a bit of anxiety.
Yeah.
How do we deal with that?
Mikali, first of all, I need to tell people social
Yes.
anxiety. This is not just about being shy, being afraid of being out there, being social, because social anxiety can really be extreme. You know, a person who is experiencing social anxiety can get dizzy to a point that he or she can pass out in front of people.
What do you mean?
Yeah, sure. This person is so afraid of people. You know, one thing, people with social anxiety, they believe that people are talking about them, people are criticizing them. They have negative thoughts of themselves, you know. When they step into a function or an event or a family gathering, or maybe it's a office party, what are they thinking of me? That's what they think. Are they judging me? Are they criticizing me? You know, they feel embarrassed. But it's just their own feeling, you know. Now that the restrictions are mostly off, you know, and we are into this Christmas times, you know, people are going to family gatherings. There are companies that are holding end of year parties, you know.
Yes.
So how to deal with, how to cope that? Number one thing I'd tell you, Mikhail, and I'd tell those people who are maybe undergoing social phobia, or what we call social anxiety, is please, if you know that you have social phobia or social anxiety, don't go alone. Carry someone who understands that you are having this anxiety disorder.
Okay.
Just don't go alone. Carry someone. And another thing, Mikali, I need to tell them, it's not a must you go to each and every event or function.
That you're invited to.
Yes. You can plan ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, you can even just decide to go for a family gathering, and that's it. It's not a must you go to each and every family gathering. You know, there are these people who we have friends, different type of friends.
Yes.
That most of them, they may be extroverts. And maybe you're an introvert and you have this social anxiety phobia, you know, and you're like, this extrovert friend is like, can we go to a function? Can we go to a party?
Yes.
But
they're always tagging you along.
Yes. But because this is your friend and you cannot say no, you just go with them. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can just say no. It's not a must. You had already planned earlier.
Okay.
So I tell people who are undergoing or who have social anxiety, just have somewhere where you're planning your events. Which events am I going to? If it's Christmas, I'm going to attend a party on Christmas. If it's the 31st of December, I'm going to go to the New Year party or something like that. But it's not a must to go to each and every event or party that you're invited to.
Okay.
Yes.
Question.
Yeah.
When I plan ahead, if I have social anxiety,
Yes.
does that help me generally prepare mentally for it?
Yes.
Does it mean that if I know ahead of time, then I won't get the attacks?
Yes, at some point it does. But one thing, as I said, people with social anxiety, they have negative thoughts of what people are going to say about them. You understand? They believe people are judging them, they're criticizing them. But it doesn't mean that because you're planning ahead, it's going to make you feel a bit better. At some point, it all depends on what you put in your mind.
Okay.
You know, what you put in, how we think, Mikali, really
Yes.
affects how we behave.
That is true.
Yes. What you think, if you think yourself, maybe you stepped out of the house, you're going to a party or an event or a family gathering,
Yes.
and you're like, I'm okay, I'm groomly, I'm well dressed, the makeup is on point, I look beautiful and gorgeous. Then when you step into that function, you'll have that positivity that everything is well.
Because you've worked on the things that you think are
Yes.
not okay.
Yes.
So really, it's not maybe fear of other people. It's you're doing your self-damage. You're
Yes.
personally, becoming your own inhibitor
Yes.
to being your full self or accepting who you are.
Yes, that's sure. So a person who is undergoing also social anxiety, Mikali, right now the restrictions are, most of them are off, you know.
Yeah.
And these people, you know, most introverts, as I just mentioned, most introverts are undergoing social anxiety, and there are even extroverts who have social anxiety. An extrovert who is undergoing social anxiety, maybe it may be because of the experiences from
The past.
the past.
Okay.
You know, maybe that person had undergone sexual abuse. You know, maybe there was a family conflicts or something like that. You know, so these people, the extroverts and introverts, you know, both of them really undergo social anxiety depending on different reasons and causes. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah. So how you can, as an introvert, how you can get to be social, or how you can get to be out there and interact with people, maybe in parties, in events, in family gatherings. Number one thing, be positive about yourself.
Okay.
Just feed your mind with positivity. In everything we do in life, Mwikali, we have to be positive.
Yeah.
There are different challenges in life that you come across.
That is true.
But if you're negative every time, you know, negativity builds different issues. Negativity can build suicidal thoughts.
Yes.
But when you're positive about how you look, about yourself, it will really encourage you now to interact with people out there, you know. And these people undergoing social anxiety, Mwikali, I'd really suggest they should seek therapy.
Okay.
Therapy, you know, most people think when I talk about therapy, people think because I was having a conversation with my friends, and
Yes.
we were having this talk, and a friend was having an issue with their partner or something like that. Then that person asked me a question: how will I deal with this relationship issue? And I was like, seek therapy.
And
Like, why do people like, why do I have to seek therapy for everything? But let me tell you something, therapy really helps.
It
So this
does.
person is undergoing social anxiety. In the therapy, the counselor will use a technique or a therapy called cognitive behavioral therapy. In this cognitive behavioral therapy, the therapist will help this client who is undergoing social anxiety change the irrational mindset, the irrational belief. Irrational is the unrealistic, the negative, to the rational. Now, if you feel like you're afraid of people talking negative about you,
Yes.
so what if they talk negative about you? At the end of the day, it's about you. It's not
Yes.
about them.
Okay.
Yeah. At the end of the day, they will talk. There's this Swahili wanasema wataongea sana lakini
Usiku watalala.
usiku watalala.
Is that how it goes?
Yes.
Okay.
It's how it goes. So that irrational belief, the counselor or the therapist will help this client who's undergoing social anxiety change that, because people are really undergoing agoraphobia. Agoraphobia is fear for social places. They really have the irrational beliefs of what people will say about them.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something, Mikali?
Yes.
Are you afraid of what people will say about you when you go to any event?
No.
Why?
That's a tough question in this way. I honestly don't like going to events.
Oh, so we should really check. You need to seek therapy for that.
It's just, I feel sometimes,
Yeah.
I feel like it's a lot of, I need to think about what I will wear, because there's already, it's an event. People will show up looking nice.
Yes, yeah.
So I have to put in the work to look nice,
Yes.
you know, and then also be in a space where probably all these people are acquaintances that I don't know personally. So it is making new friends now. It's their cliques. Do I need therapy?
You need therapy, because there's an underlying issue that needs to be discussed. There's something you're not telling us, and I'm sorry for putting you on the spot.
You did. Yeah, now, lesson learned. There's no way you'll say, Wikali, let me ask you something, and I say yes. I'm just like, do you have? See, you can text me before the show begins if you're going to ask me a question. But generally, yes, I think there are people who this comes naturally to them.
Yes.
But I don't think it's for everyone.
Yeah, but social anxiety shouldn't just be taken for granted. You know,
It shouldn't.
People with social anxiety are given medications. There are SSRIs, there are sedatives, there are antidepressants for those.
So there's a whole range of this, from the people
Yes.
who just feel uncomfortable and they will not go. They keep cancelling
Yes.
when it's the day off.
Yes.
And then there's the ones who now, like you say, they get dizzy and they pass out.
Yes.
from just being around many people?
Yeah, you know, Mukali, talking of anxiety, you know, there are
Yes.
different types of anxiety.
Okay.
There's just the general anxiety, the general tension when you step into a place and you're supposed to give a speech to like 100 or 1,000 people.
You
That's
go
the
blank.
general. It's called generalized anxiety.
Okay.
It's a general tension for everyone. When you go into a place where you don't know people, that's general. And we have panic anxiety. And that's where now we come into social anxiety
Okay.
or social phobia. You know, there is post-traumatic stress anxiety disorder. These are people who experience anxiety because of the traumatic
Something that happened
event.
in the past.
Yes, and there are different types of anxiety disorders. There
Yeah.
are different types of anxiety. So this person who is undergoing anxiety disorder or something like that,
Yes.
they should seek therapy. It is really important.
I think so too. I think it
Yes.
is, because it's beyond you.
Yes.
It's for somebody else to show you something
Yes.
about you that you keep ignoring or you've never seen. And
Yes.
sometimes you depend on family and friends to do that for you, or to
Yes.
give you that safe space that you always feel like, as long as I have my people around me, then I can be my real self.
Yeah.
But then again, these people will not always be around you.
True.
That at some point you will need to step out of that bubble and leave.
Yes.
So that means if you are in this safe net, then you're not living your full life.
Yeah, you know, anxiety can make you even not function fully in your daily life, because now you imagine when we had the lockdown, you know,
Yes.
you were working from home. If you needed food, it could be delivered to you, and a lot of people were, most so introverts, were feeling so at ease
With
and
that
peaceful with that.
arrangement.
But you know, there are extroverts who are feeling, nah, that's not for me, because extroverts are these people who are so outgoing, they're so social. But
Okay.
you know, now Mikali, I usually tell people this is something I need to tell you. If you're an extrovert and you're dating an introvert, it will be really challenging for you in that relationship. Very challenging.
But tupatie solution pia, kwa sababu so tuache tu hivyo.
Solution.
So we are already experiencing it, we know
Yes.
that it's difficult, but how then do we find a balance?
Number one, as I just mentioned, carry
Yes.
a friend. Carry somebody who understands that you're undergoing social anxiety.
Okay.
And when now you start feeling dizzy, you start feeling sweaty in your hands, you start experiencing these symptoms, this person will understand that you're undergoing this. Another thing, plan ahead, as I just
Yes,
mentioned.
yes,
It's
you
not
mentioned.
a must you go to each and every function that you're invited to. You can just have somewhere you write down, on this date I'm going to this function, on this day I'm going to do this and that, I'm going to meet this type of people. And another thing, Wikali, you need to really develop the positivity in your mind. When you're positive, in no matter what you're undergoing, in no matter whichever type of mental health condition that you're undergoing, you need to be positive, and you need to seek therapy. It is serious.
It is important
It is very
for that to
important.
happen.
Yes, because you know, anxiety is it's a mental health condition.
Yes, it is.
It is a disorder,
Yeah.
and it needs to be taken seriously.
Yes.
Not just people may be thinking now, because I am anxious, it is a normal thing. That now that I feel anxious being around people, it is so normal to me that everybody feels anxious, but it's not normal.
It isn't.
It can be beyond being normal.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I like that you mentioned about the post-traumatic one, because as much as we are looking at what is happening outside the social scenes and you joining that, especially during this festive season,
Yes.
then there's also the other way around. When it's the festive season, I don't want to go back home.
Yes.
Because I'm going through something that happened to me. When najua, every time I go home, dolizwa iko wapi pete, iko wapi mbwana,
Yeah.
iko wapi mtoto, iko wapi, everybody, and then everybody will throw on your face how somebody else is doing very well.
Yes.
And they're in that space. So also dealing with that, it's not necessarily hata huku nje iko, lakini pia kuna wengine Christmas events nyumbani, they don't go to
Yeah,
them.
na si lazima uende nyumbani, Mikali. Who said it's a must that December inakuanga time ya family gatherings? It's not a must. Maybe
Enda huko, enda December 10.
yeah, si lazima uende home, because the people who feel like maybe they have family gatherings December holidays. Sasa wakienda huko, it reminds them of something that happened to them in childhood.
Yeah.
So it's not a must you go to a family gathering. Yeah, when you're asked mbona hujakuja family gathering, you can just say niko na shughuli ama nimeshikika mahali. Si lazima ati uende family gathering just because you're in that family,
Yeah.
you know. And
Yeah.
family and friends should stop pointing fingers to these people who don't go out. You know, ati because you're my friend and I've called you, we go to a party and you're like, no, I cannot go. Wewe ni mbwakni,
So,
wewe ni fake.
Yes.
You're a
What?
fake friend. Eh?
What did you just say?
I said mbwakni.
What is that?
Mbwakni is a fake. I think it's fake sheng. It's a fake word for you. Don't know Mbwakni? Because you're not in Kenya.
But Bonoko is.
Bonoko is outdated.
See, Bonoko is fake, right?
Bonoko
So
is
that
fake.
is what replaced
Mbwakni,
Bonoko.
something fake, something not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It sounds very wrong when you say it. As just like sounds like.
Mbwakni.
Yeah. I was just like, what is that? So even as much as, so we're talking about the social setup, we've talked about family and also friends who will cancel you out for not always showing up.
Yes.
So it's also for those people around you to understand that this is what you're going through and even help you and direct you if you need help.
If you need help. And Mikali, it's when you're in a place where you don't know people, you can just opt out. It's not a must to be there.
I feel like you're talking to me.
Yeah, it's true. It's not a must. It's not a must to be there. Mikali, you have an underlying issue which you need to discuss after this.
But I meet new people every day on this show. So you see, it can be. Don't put at me. Me, I'm good.
I'm not pointing at you.
Me,
I'm just saying maybe you didn't know about this, but maybe now it's coming into reality.
You know, when you asked me that question, it actually put me in a spot where I'm always cancelling. I'll be there. I won't. And then at the day off, I'm just like, do I really have to?
You need to. Therapy is very important.
Okay, so this is how we end this conversation. This is not how I intend to spend my Christmas. But like you said, I think it's very important for you to be able to seek help. And therapy is not something that you go to because you're unwell. It is somewhere you can always go to, have like sounding board where you just you share your ideas, what you're going through in life. So it's not necessarily for people who are undergoing mental challenges. It's not necessarily that. It's just for you to grow that part of you and to be able to understand who you are, what you're all about, just to make you a better person.
Yeah, and also Mikali, I'd forgotten one coping tool for somebody who is not social, who doesn't love social places, or somebody who is undergoing social anxiety. Just face your fears and go out there. Take your headphones, take a walk. Play some music in your headphones. Don't look at anybody, just go. When you go out, you'll meet different people. You don't know people there, but it will help you. Face your fears. Okay. In therapy, for people who come for therapy who have fear of heights, when you're on Ogopa heights, we tell you ways in which you can expose yourself to heights. How? We need to expose you to heights so that you can get rid of that anxiety.
And if you expose me and then I die?
No, it's not about you dying. It's about how I can help you get rid of that anxiety. So exposure is really important. Face your fears, Mikali.
Okay.
Face your fears.
I feel like you're saying that to me now.
No.
Anthony, we are friends, but I feel like Laini Nikama, if you're called Lari. How can people get in touch with you, and maybe the message, your final parting shot?
What I can say is if you're undergoing social anxiety, I repeat, therapy is very important.
Yes.
You need to seek therapy because therapy isn't for just people who are undergoing mental health issues like maybe bipolar or whichever type of mental health disorders, but also you who is undergoing social phobia or social anxiety. You need to seek therapy, you need to seek help, and you'll get somebody who will be there for you. And if if you have a friend who is undergoing social anxiety, please be there for them. Please support them. Please understand that this is not just any other issue. This is a serious issue. And how you can reach me on social media: on Instagram at official Anthony Njenga with a H, on Facebook Anthony Njenga, and my number is always 0725029398 in case you have any psychological issue you want counseling.
Do you want to see that number again?
0725029398.
That is all we had for you today, and I just want to thank you for tuning in and for being amazing. So let's do this all over again tomorrow. From me to you, have a good day.